Hi, today I'm going to show you how I make a super quick black bean salad. My family loves this in the summertime. The first time I made this for them was actually when our flight was canceled, our pantry was empty, and I was able to just, or our fridge was empty, I should say, and I was able to just throw this together from pantry items. It's better with a few fresh ingredients, but it really is a great staple recipe to have on hand. Okay, so really simple. I have a bag of frozen corn. I haven't even thawed it. You can also use canned salt-free corn if you want. I have some lime juice. Again, you could use fresh for any of this. 2 cans of salt-free black beans. I have some water chestnuts, a can of them. I think it's 6 ounces. And then balsamic vinegar, a sweet onion. I'll use about half of it, and some grape tomatoes. Any tomatoes could work. The one time I had made this when we were out of fridge staples, I even used diced or crushed or something tomatoes from the pantry, and it still turned out. Fresh cilantro is great if you like the flavor of it. The store was out. We do like cilantro, so I'm going to use a little dried for at least a little bit of that flavor. A colander just to rinse the beans, and a big container to mix with a spoon. You can leave the cilantro out altogether if you don't like that flavor. Let's get started. Okay, so the first thing I'm actually going to do is just crack these cans of salt-free black beans open and just give them a good rinse, trying to get rid of that black liquid because it makes it look a little bit prettier if you can get rid of some of that. So I'll be back when I'm done that. All right, so that's just, the beans are just kind of dripping a little bit more just to get as much of the extra water off as we can. I'm just going to take this bag of frozen corn, not even thawed. I'm just going to throw it in. I like to make it in one of these giant containers. Sometimes I use a glass big rectangular Pyrex. And then I'm going to go ahead and chop up pretty finely about half of this sweet Vidalia onion. Oops. And this is all obviously to taste. You know, raw onion has a pretty strong flavor, but for us, it adds a lot of freshness and we really enjoy it. But you could certainly go with less, or even substitute in, let's say, just green onions, something like that, chives, for a milder sort of flavor. I'm going to cut this pretty finely, about like that. I try to make it match, like, just very roughly the size of, let's say, the corn kernels, kind of. But it doesn't matter too much. If you want to do this for a picnic or something like that, a little more formal, not just family, chowing down and having this eaten in 30 seconds, you can get fancier, right? And certainly all fresh ingredients would be lovely. I think I've even thrown parsley in here before when I couldn't get cilantro. And then when it comes to the tomatoes, I'm just going to go ahead and slice this entire container just lengthwise. There have been times I've made this where I can't get anything but like beefsteak tomatoes. Just chop them fine like you did the onion, or again, I've even in a pinched used diced tomatoes. So whatever you have on hand. I'll be back when that's done. So I do have to say, if you're a mom, you know why I cut them this way, lengthwise. Choking hazard, right? So we do them this way instead of straight across. Anyway, okay. I just noticed that why I usually cut tomatoes like that. That's because when my kids were little, for sure. Even still, sometimes I'm careful with that. And they're 7 and 10. So, all right. So I just have water chestnuts, and quite frankly, I've never even seen these with salt, so it's a really great vegetable to have on hand. But they have really a unique flavor to this, and I really enjoy them. So I'm just gonna drain this and also grab the black beans while I'm at it. All right, so just to give you a quick shot of what it's looking like right now, I haven't mixed it at all. We have the corn, we have the chopped onions, we have the chopped tomatoes, we have the water chestnuts under there, and we have the drained and rinsed black beans. And what I'm going to do now is just take my cilantro, again, unfortunately dried, be better to have it chopped, or eliminate it if you hate the flavor, or replace it with parsley or green onion or whatever else. The green color can be really nice, especially if you're trying to again, do it for something a little bit fancier than this. A lot of people love this salad, even totally non-plant-based people. This always goes to any barbecue or anything like that I've ever brought it to. All right, so we have that, and then I'm just going to throw together the really quick dressing, and I'll show you that. All right, so the super simple but flavorful dressing, again, if it's for a special event, use fresh squeezed lime juice, right? And a little even lime zest or something. But we just need 2 tablespoons of lime juice. I like this little OXO container. I've used it for years and years, almost 2 decades, I think, actually. And then I'm going to do 4 tablespoons of balsamic vinegar. I just have the Costco one on hand. And I'm pouring this right over top of the salad. I just try to kind of spread it over top. That really doesn't want to come out in a little while. I think there's like a little, okay, a little bit more. Come on, I think it's almost empty. All right, there we go. I'm going to spread this evenly, and then I'm going to show you it once it's all mixed up well. All right, so this is it. It's actually really pretty. The frozen corn thaws really quickly, so I find it's actually perfect. If I toss this together and then we head to a barbecue or something and we eat like an hour or 2 later, this is just like nicely chilled. It's just really, really tasty and yum. Sometimes I also make it the day before and then the flavors marinate a little more. It keeps great, but again, it usually doesn't last that long. This will probably be eaten in the next hour or 2, I bet, by our family of 4, but I hope you found this recipe helpful. Give it a try. Let me know what you think. If you find these types of videos helpful, please feel free to like and subscribe. And you'll be getting some videos, though, at least once, twice a week of other things that I've just learned over the 14 years we've been eating this way, help keep this healthy way of eating sustainable.